I am so happy this morning. Today I woke up and I was so surprised to find that I have hit 1,000 subscribers here on YouTube. Thanks to all of you guys. The date today is like what, January 16th, I believe. I actually had this goal that I would be hitting 1,000 subscribers actually by the end of 2021. But hey, we're 16 days in and I've managed to hit that goal. So it is still a plus for me. And I wanted to just come on here and also thank you for the 1,000 subscribers. I just can't believe it. It's been incredible. I feel amazing. I just feel so loved and appreciated. And I just want to give back so much more. And I have a lot of plans for this channel. With that being said, let's just get right into this video. As you all know by the title, we are doing another foundation review. I just did one previously. If you guys missed that, go check that out. It is on the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Foundation. And I had quite a few thoughts on that foundation. So I will link that video at the end so you guys can click on it after you guys are done watching this video. But today we are going to be focusing on the brand new NARS Light Reflecting Foundation. This bad boy right here that just launched, and again, a very highly anticipated launch. I'm super excited for this review as well. I have loved NARS for a long time. My very first foundation was actually from NARS, and I still have that foundation. This is the All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation. They no longer have this foundation. I wonder if this is the replacement for this one. I really wish that they hadn't discontinued this product because I still love it to this day because I still have it. But anyways, let's get into the meat and potatoes of why you guys are really here. So as usual, the timestamps will be linked down below. So if you guys want to skip to a particular part, I'm going to start off with giving you some facts about this foundation. And then we're going to move on to the wear test, the demo, then the whole day wear test. And then I'm going to give you my final thoughts at the end of the day, of course. So let's dive right in. So I have the info pulled up here on my phone, and some of the highlights here is that this is supposed to be a liquid formula, medium coverage, natural finish. It's good for redness, good for dullness, uneven texture, and good for dark spots. So this is basically a foundation hybrid because there is skincare infused ingredients in here, which is awesome. It also comes in 36 different shades, which is pretty much the generic NARS shade range. And I picked up the shade Valencia. I was in between Vanuatu or Valencia. I swatched these in the store, and let me tell you, they do oxidize. They tend to go a little bit more orange, but the reason why I picked Valencia because it actually oxidized to something a little bit more peachier, like almost like a neutral, and I am a neutral tone girl. I am more neutral in the summer. I tend to go olive, and I do have a combination, normal to combination skin type. So this is why I picked up Valencia. So some of the skin beneficial ingredients on here is the biomimetic, I hope I'm saying that right. Biomimetic oat visibly improves clarity by reducing the appearance of redness. It also has Japanese lily turf, supports a strong skin barrier by helping maintain the moisture. Cacao peptides and milk thistle to minimize the negative effects of blue light and environmental stressors. So those are great. It is actually free of parabens, formaldehydes, phthalates, mineral oil, all that great stuff. No coal tar. I'm glad it doesn't have mineral oil because I know that the NARS Radiant foundation had mineral oil in it. And it is $65 Canadian. Okay, that is a hefty price tag for a foundation from NARS. I understand that this is a luxury high-end brand, and all that stuff, but I mean $65. I have purchased foundations for like about 50, 55, even 40 at Sephora. So this is really pricey. So I think right now, this is the only con that I see at the moment. We'll see about that once we're done. So with that being said, let's jump right into the demo. Hi there, we're nice and zoomed in. I'm going to be starting off with obviously clean skin. It's moisturized, and I'm going to be priming with a primer that I use all the time. It's a tried and trusty primer. I don't have any primers from NARS, but I'm going to go in with my favorite, which is the Smashbox Primerizer, and just apply this only to one side of my face because I'm going to be testing the other side without a primer. And I think I may have taken too much. So this side is going to be primed. Take it down my neck as well. Why not? Perfect that it comes with a pump. Absolutely love that. And I'm just going to take this on the back of my hand. This is about one pump, and it is quite runny, as you can see. It's a small little pump. It might take a little bit more. There we go. And the consistency, I can already tell it is very similar to the NARS All Day Luminous because it's runny. The NARS All Day Luminous is also the same type of consistency, a very watery consistency. So I'm going to do one side with the face, one side with the face, one side with the sponge, and one side with a brush. I am going to be picking this up on this brush right here. Now this does oxidize eventually, so it will match my neck. Actually, it's a pretty good shade match right off the bat. Hopefully it doesn't go orange on me like it did in the store. Okay, so the glow on this is amazing, and it feels very much like the NARS All Day Luminous. It's very smooth, and I can tell that it's giving me a good medium coverage. Kind of feels like a serum. This area down here is always going to look ashy if I don't color correct, so just ignore that area. Let's do the sponge side here. Again, it's giving me a beautiful medium coverage. I am actually liking how quick the sponge covered my face. I will say that the pigmentation is really good. The coverage is really good as well. The one thing that I'm already noticing is that the sponge is soaking up more product, but the brush side actually gave me decent coverage without all of that product loss. So it's really a preference thing. I do, however, like the look of the sponge side more already. It is giving me more of a natural skin sort of vibe. Whereas this side, I can, it's a little bit heavier. So that's all I have to say so far. All right, we are up close and personal. So right off the bat, I want you guys to see this. So I have a little bit of a dry patch here and it is clinging on to it very slightly. It's not really visible unless someone's like this close to my face, so it's fine. It's also not settling into my fine lines either or my laugh lines. It's actually giving me that blurring effect, which I really like, and I didn't use a pore filling primer or anything, so over here it is looking pretty nice and plain and smoothed out, usually what foundations look like on me anyways, but some foundations can accentuate a little bit more, and this is not doing that, and I really appreciate that. And it spreads beautifully. It's very smooth as it's spreading, and it does give me a little bit of luminosity. I did prime and moisturize really well as well, but I can see that little bit of that sheen come through. It's not an oily foundation. It doesn't look heavy. It doesn't feel greasy. None of that. It just gives a very nice medium satin skin-like finish, maybe like a tad bit glowy, just like a tad bit glowier than a regular satin foundation. I'm going to start the wear test right now because the foundation is already on the face. The time is now 10:16, and I'm going to go finish the rest of my face. I am mostly using all NARS products today, aside from the powder. I don't have a NARS powder. So, and the reason why I'm doing that is because I want you guys to see how this layers on top of the foundation, because obviously all of these products are supposed to work together cohesively. So with that being said, I'm going to finish off my face. I'll have all the products linked down below. And I'm not going to put in the footage in here because otherwise this video is going to be a very long time, and I'll see you shortly. And I'm back with the full face of makeup. Really quickly, these products that I used from NARS, they all went on with perfection and ease. And it doesn't look patchy. It hasn't lifted. It doesn't look dry or crepey or crusty. Obviously, it's too soon to tell, but at the moment, it looks pristine. I'm going to zoom you guys in a little bit more so you guys can really see. So other than this little dry patch, ignore that. That's still there, but everything else you guys can see is looking pretty darn good. This is the side with no primer on. I haven't set this with setting spray, and I'm only going to be doing the half with setting spray, which has the primer. So one side is going to be primed, set, and all that. The other side is just going to be bare, so we can see how this wears throughout the day. And let's do that. I'm just using my Morphe setting spray to set this, and I'm going to use this book to cover this side of my face. All right, guys, so the time right now is 10:33. I'm going to come in for a midday check-in maybe in like about 3 to 4 hours, and I'm not going anywhere. I'm home, but I have lots to do at home. I'm even going to do like a workout in between, so I will let you know how this holds up. So I'll see you guys soon. Bye. Hey guys, I want to come on here really quickly and show you how this is looking in natural light before we start our day. So this is fresh makeup. You guys can see that it's looking really nice, really even. It's matched my neck beautifully. From the other footage, you guys can see how this is looking in natural sunlight. I actually love how the makeup looks in natural sunlight. It makes it look even more ethereal and gorgeous and beautiful and dewy and all that jazz. So yeah, I just wanted to hop on here and give you this, and I'll probably do another check-in like this later on during the day. Okay, bye. All right, guys, it's time for a midday check-in. It is exactly at midpoint. The time is now 2:21 in the afternoon. We're exactly at the 4-hour mark. I must start off by saying I've had a pretty busy morning and day so far. Laundry, cleaning, groceries, cooking, all that great stuff. So I have been moving about in this makeup and in this foundation, and I must say I am pleasantly surprised. It didn't oxidize, it hasn't come off. It's also not bringing out too much of my oils. My skin is still looking exactly the way I had it when I first put it on, so it's actually keeping the oils at bay. Which I actually like. I don't like it when it gets too oily throughout the day. I haven't touched up, I haven't blotted, nothing at all. Also, something that I didn't mention earlier was that I only powdered my T-zone and under my eyes where I put concealer on, which is what I do 95% of the time whenever I wear makeup. So there's no powder on the rest of my face, but it's looking really, really good. I also don't have a preference with a sponge or a brush. It looks the same on both sides even after 4 hours. So let me zoom you guys in a little bit more and you guys can really see. So this side is with the primer and the setting spray, and I also used the brush on this side. This side is the sponge, no primer, no setting spray, nothing, and I can't see a difference. If I'm being very, very picky, I can just see maybe a little bit of creasing here in my smile lines where it's gotten through, but that happens to me in most foundations. This is me being extremely picky. No one's going to be this close to my face. I'm going to check back in with you guys later at the end of the day, another 4 to 5 hours, and I'll give you my final thoughts. Okay, so I'll see you then. Bye. All right, guys, it is the end of the day, and I am super tired as usual. Whenever I do these full day wear tests, I'm like drained literally by the end of the night. So I'm going to make this short, sweet, and brief if possible. It is 7:21 at the moment, so I've had this foundation on for at least a little over 8.5 hours roughly, and the foundation is looking pretty decent still. I ended up doing a little bit more chores. I also got a quick little workout in, so it actually survived that as well. And the foundation is still on. The rest of my makeup is still on. I'm going to zoom you guys in a little bit more. So other than this area here where I kind of rubbed my mouth when I was eating, the foundation is still on all on this area. I do see that the foundation has settled in a little bit more into my fine lines. And a little bit here in the dry patch, just very slightly. It's not breaking apart or anything. It's not fully visible if you're unless you're like this close to my face, right? But other than this area here, I don't see the foundation breaking up in this area or it being patchy or it being crumbly or anything like that. Also, my forehead area is looking great. I do have, lines over here just like normal, but the foundation has lived through that. I do see a lot more radiance coming through now. I have not blotted or powdered throughout the day. There's no touch-ups as usual. In person, it doesn't look oily at all. Right now we have like all these studio lights on me, so it kind of looks as if it's really shiny here. It's actually just giving me good, healthy skin vibes, okay? I find this foundation to give a little bit more coverage than the NARS Sheer Glow, but a little less coverage than the NARS All Day Luminous, which is now discontinued. But this is somewhere in between the both of them, and I really like it. I think that it looks fantastic on my skin. It's held up really well throughout the day. Because it's also such a thin formula, it doesn't look heavy on the skin at all, which is a huge thing for me. Usually over time, when the oils come out or when the foundation tends to settle, it tends to look heavy, but this is not doing that, nor does it feel like I'm wearing anything on the skin. So that's also another bonus. So I'm really excited, and I'm happy that I actually genuinely like this foundation. So that is all I have for you guys today. I hope this was helpful. And if it was, then please don't forget to leave a comment and subscribe as usual. I'm gonna go take this makeup off because I'm super tired, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.